Welcome back to the channel. I hope you've had a good week. Let's start with an unbox. So I love gloves, and in December I saw on Dent's website they had these gloves, but I didn't get them at the time. I've left the page open on my phone because I always do that, and recently I checked and they've gone down from £19 to £7.60. So I ordered 2 pairs of touchscreen gloves and 1 pair of black satin. These are the touchscreen, so what that means is if you've got your phone and you're wearing your gloves, you don't have to take your glove off as you would normally. I've tried it out and it works. So for £7.60, I think that's very good value for money, and look forward to wearing those in winter. So Conker and navy, very lovely. And I got these black satin gloves as well. I just love gloves. I think they make an outfit, so kind of obsessed. I'm slightly annoyed with myself though, because there was an option to get a further 10% off, and I always say register before you buy and get that extra discount, and I didn't do that. So if you do go and buy some gloves, make sure you do that and get just a little bit of extra money off, because why not? If it's there and it's on offer, do it. I found these eggs in Morrison's. They'd been reduced to £1.20, so I got those and I put them on the chandelier for Easter, and I changed the ribbons over to be all different colours. I've also put the bunting back up outside the kitchen window. You can just see it there. So this is a film that I watch quite often, and it's just really good, but it will make you cry. There's one part that will just make you cry unless you have a heart of stone, but it's Turn the Key Softly. It's about 3 ladies who have been released from prison. One of them, the fabulous and very young Joan Collins there. And it's just a lovely film to watch, so that's my recommendation, and I will link that in the box below so you can go and watch that one day if you want to see a good film. Easter food. Don't look at this plate and believe that I had such a tiny helping of food. There's a reason it's only a small amount. It's because I wanted to turn it into a sandwich. I'm all class, and the leftovers were turned into a chicken curry, and oh my word, that was so good. I need to do that again. Can you believe Easter has been and gone? The whole year is going to go in a flash, isn't it? So I wanted to make some, I'm going to call them cookies, I'm not going to call these biscuits today, for an Easter tea. There's another film that I'm watching there. I'll link that one next week. That's a really good film too. So I'm mixing the cookie dough here, and this made a lot of cookies. It made about 20 cookies in total. It's quite hefty dough, as you can tell, and then just stud it with these chocolate Smarties, and of course it's a kit. I've not made this from scratch. It's a Betty Crocker, and I was going to say I wouldn't get this again because it took such a long time to mix the dough, but they turned out really well, so actually I would get this again. They were really nice, quite sweet, but very lovely and perfect for Easter. And they were part of the Easter tea that I put together. I did it kind of buffet style and said, you know, just help yourselves when you want to. We'll just leave it there covered in cling film and have what you want. But why I like to do an Easter tea or a Christmas tea or any tea is it's quite simple. All you need literally is cake, sandwiches. I always include quiche, crisps, biscuits, fruits. Very simple. Does take a while to put together, and it looks like there's hardly any food there, However, there is plenty, and when you start to help yourself, it's really filling. And I didn't actually do the hot cross buns because we just didn't need them. There was enough food there with the tea. It was lovely. I'm going to make more afternoon teas because they're just nice to put together. And here I am trying to pour a cup of tea and spilling it everywhere because I'm a professional. I was too lazy to set up my tripod, that's why this is shoddy camera work. And there is my first helping of afternoon tea. I took down the Easter wreath and replaced it with this one from last year. So this will stay up until, I don't know, early autumn. And of course, when he heard me in the garden, my friend Tiger turned up to say hello and happy Easter. I'm just going to zoom in on that piece of concrete there because that is Henry Cat's paw print. We held him down and wedged his paw in wet cement so he could get a paw print. And here is Henry Cat. He's looking a bit sheepish. He knows that I've watched him and I've recorded him, and he's made a bit of a fool of himself. And he knows I'm going to show the internet because I'm mean. Poor Henry Cat. I could hear some racket in the kitchen, and it was Henry. And what has he spotted here? That's right, his own tail, the tail that's attached to his body. Sometimes he acts in such a kitteny kind of way. It's like he's never grown up, and yeah, he's made a fool of himself there, just trying to get his tail. And then he notices that I'm watching and tries to play it cool. But too late, I've seen it. So these are the sweet corns. They are doing quite well. In the pots at the ends there wasn't any sign of life, but I was going to leave it for a bit longer. Pumpkins are doing well, and once all threat of frost has gone, I can get them outside. I'm also going to start off some courgette and carrots and just have lots of vegetables and bits and pieces in the garden. Andrea Giles 6894, this is for you. So you can see how Bill has watered the tomatoes. It's actually quite a lot. He doesn't normally have them quite as wet as this, but it has been quite warm in the greenhouse lately, so I think that's why he'd done that. And these are a couple of weeks old, and you can see they're in various stages of growth. Sometimes it just takes patience. You just have to wait and hope that they're going to grow. These are sunflowers. They're doing quite well. But I take the view that everything wants to grow, so it's always worth trying. Just put things in a pot and hope for the best. I can guarantee you'll have some success at least. And I prefer to use the windowsill. That works for me. Bill prefers the greenhouse. So on Easter Sunday afternoon, it turned grey and rainy. So I take that because the blossom against the grey sky looked lovely. And I love how the wisteria and rain looks with the background of fairy lights, which we left up from Christmas because they look nice in there and we're the only people who can see it. Get ready for the lovely sound of rain. And this is the next morning after the rain. So gorgeous. I do love rain, and I love how it feels the next day when it's all clean and fresh and everywhere's sprinkled with raindrops. Bin day, and before I could wash the bin I had to remove this teeny tiny little chap. I didn't put him on the leaf, which would have been stupid, and I was clearly about to do that. Instead, I put him on the ground where he could get away. So this section of the video is called "The Internet Made Me Do It, Specifically Aussie Girl," and also I'm a complete idiot who can't use apps. So Aussie Girl suggested that I print out this picture, and I thought, okay then, yeah, I'll do that. But I did not mean to print it so many times in different sizes with a photo of Michael Wilding and Anna Neagle, which I had on my phone because of Anna Neagle's hat. But I just can't use apps. And I was trying to do this, which is a canvas of this picture. And that turned out really well because that was a screenshot. So it could have been really bad and blurry, but it's quite good. And no, I'm not completely vain. It's about the hat. And all right, I'll admit, my eyebrow looked really good that day. So I'm quite happy to have that eyebrow on my wall. But for £19 to turn a photo into effectively a work of art is really quite good value for money, and that's going to go in the hall, but I just wanted to show it against the wall so you could see it. So thanks, Aussie Girl, great idea. And weekly shops. So these are the flowers that I bought, and these are the flowers I was given by Waitrose. Sometimes they give flowers away when they've gone past their best, so that's always appreciated. I've wanted to try those for a while, so I got those this week. The Easter eggs are half price, so I got those for Bill, and I got those for Bill as well to put in his sweetie tin, just because of a bashed up box. Cakes, always have to get cakes when they're reduced. Chocolate sundae thing, and what else have I got here? A Charlie Bigham's Bakewell pudding, that's really good, and some eggs. And my favourite foil. So that's quite a good price for that actually. And yes, this quiche. Oh, that was yummy. So good. Got this salad. And I was looking at this and £2.15. That's a really good price for salad. And then I looked at the original price. £4.30. I would not pay £4.30 for that salad, even though it's really good. Some coconut, yum. And some watermelon. And these biscuits are really good. They're so nice. I can't lie. I might have eaten them all in one go. They're so good. And then tea. No, that wasn't reduced, but I did have a £2 voucher from Country Life magazine last week, so I used that. And then they seem to have some kind of promotion with their cleaning products in Waitrose at the moment. That Method cleaner is £2.50, which is pretty good. And I got this, it's £5.50 instead of about £9, but that sounds lovely, doesn't it? Grapefruit and peppermint. Air fresheners are 2 for £3, and this is £5 instead of £8. So, you know, not super bargains, but good savings. And these laundry pods are £3.80. They're usually £7 something, so that's a good saving. Oh, and these are on offer. I haven't had these for a long time. I only get them when they're on offer or if it's Christmas. So that's it. That's my bargain shops for this week. Not a lot, but free flowers and some yellow stickers. I'm happy with that. And so is Henry Cat. So I'm going to end with showing my sweet corns, and these pots that I left looked like nothing was going on, but look, not so much in that one, but there I have another one. So yeah, they're doing well, so give it a go. If you want to try growing plants from seed, just go for it, just try. I bet you'll have some success. So thank you for watching, and have a good weekend and a good week ahead. I'll see you again soon.